Hello guys, I'm Daver from Cybersport. I'm here today with YamatoCannon after a dominant game victory of fourth day of World's Play-ins. Hello Yamato.
Hello.
Yeah, as I said, pretty dominant game. How are you feeling about this victory? Are you more and more confident?
I was way better than yesterday. That was the bar we set. We just need to rack up the wins, and we are piecing together the ship with whatever band-aids we can find. And my players have a deep arsenal of experience, so there's definitely a lot of different band-aids we could use. And coming into the day, we patched up some of our issues, and we played a way better game.
How are you feeling overall about your performance this tournament? I mean, there were a lot of problems, like before flying out, like after flying out, like Upset was talking about problems with scrims. Then obviously the COVID situation. So how are you feeling, like considering that? How are you feeling about your performance right now?
Yeah, this World Championship has been quite the cocktail on many different fronts. It's like we ended the LEC finals very late. And like last year, we finished 29th of August and playing started 5th of October. This year, we ended at 11th September and playing started 29th. And already the time frame there is insanity. We started our league the same time as everybody else, and we finished up so late, and that put a lot of pressure on the situation. We, of course, have to take a break after a very gruesome regional, not regional qualifier run, but the lower bracket run, right, where we have to play many back-to-back best of fives, which is something that is very draining. And since World Championships also, the intention is for them to last long, it's also important that you come into it well rested and not burnt out. So we had to take a break. Then we had content obligations that collided with the timings where we could scrim with the European teams. And of course, as a coach, I want to scrim at all costs, because the only thing, essentially, the number one thing on my list is performance. But there is, of course, the business aspect to it that you have to respect and you have to do what you got to do. And then later, we got hit with the news, with the COVID, people got sick, and we had to piece together some scrims. We were scrimming at one point with Coach JJ as our support. He was helping us out, which was super, super good. And it's like also in the scrim days, on the first day, the team we wanted to scrim against, or we had booked against, they didn't receive their PCR tests, so they didn't have PCs. We lost one day of scrims. The second day, they had the media day, that team. And then the next day, someone had a family issue, so they couldn't scrim. And then the fourth day, someone had the media day once again. And this was not scheduling that we received ahead of time. So we had a lot of unlucky things that occurred. We also had PCs that didn't really work as well as we wanted them to. We had severe FPS issues and like borderline, it was unplayable for us. And through all of these challenges, the main thing for me, I'm happy that we are reunited. People are healthy, people are feeling good, and we can finally start a tournament, start the practice and play the tournament the way we intended to do it. In the end, I can't complain. That's the most important thing for me. We go through challenges and we become stronger through them.
Yeah, obviously. How did you feel about this whole situation? Because last year, obviously, Upset already had issues. He couldn't play on the tournament. Next year, something similar happens. How did he feel about it? And how did you manage to overcome that? Because from my personal experience, I know that when players are not knowing if they're gonna play or not, then it can be really, really demotivating for the whole team and for everyone involved. So how did you, as a head coach, manage to overcome that, to keep them motivated, etc.? Or were there or not like issues like that?
Life works in very mysterious ways. There's a lot of things that are outside of your control, and there are certain things that are more important than competition. Through and through, I bleed for competition, and that's what I've dedicated my life for. And in the end, making sure that everyone's healthy and everyone's good, this is the number one priority. I think on my end, my approach to everything is just to be ruthlessly pragmatic. In the end, you're faced with a situation, you look at what you can do and what you can't do, and you play the odds. You increase your chances of doing the best out of a situation, and doing anything else would just be contradictory for everything that we stand for. So we got dealt a hand. We played it as good as we can, and that's the best we can do. And that's what we did. And I'm happy with where we're standing now. And we have a long way to go to find our optimal and peak performance, because we're still dealing with some aftershocks of illness and some jet lag and the lack of practice. But these are things that we are slowly ironing out. And the main goal is to make sure that we qualify to the group stage after today. So we have a couple of days to actually practice and not be fully focused on best of fives. But whatever comes our way, we will be ready.
Okay, that makes sense. What are your expectations for this tournament? I mean, you've played some scrims probably. You also played some games, maybe not against world-class teams, but I mean official games, but still there were games on the tournament. And how do you feel? How do you feel about your form right now? Do you think you're as powerful as like top China Korean teams, or you have to improve a lot right now?
We have to improve a lot. I think we have a long way to go, but I have players that have experience playing against these type of teams, and it's just about making use of the time that is given to us. Group stage starts the 7th, and if you have to play best of fives, you end very late after play-ins. This is a tournament that has been squeezed in schedule-wise, and that is the greatest challenge. We have tried to set up as much practice as we possibly can. Like after the loud game yesterday, I managed to find one scrim game that we could play right after, and I'm trying to find like practice anywhere I can find it. I'm trying to squeeze water from stone, and through that, just create the optimal circumstances for us to perform. And whatever the circumstances, we just have to try to make the best out of it, and hopefully we can squeeze some practice in. But playing on stage is also a very valuable experience, and I think that will also be very meaningful for us as we proceed, hopefully, into the group stage. I feel like we're going to do it, so fuck it. We're going to be in the group stage.
Yeah, that's good to hear. So what are your like real expectations for the tournament? I mean, obviously everyone will say that we look on our next match and we don't concentrate on that, but there's always like this thing, like the minimum target, when you're gonna be like at least decently happy about the performance. And what is that for you?
My happiness and how content I feel is not set in my expectations. I don't give a damn about expectations, because you just have to make the most of what you have at all times. You have to just do your best. And sometimes what your best looks like, as long as you put in the work and you did your absolute best, maybe you get stomped, maybe you're going to win it all. As long as you walk away from the tournament with absolutely no regrets, then I am content, and whatever learnings come from it, that's what it is. But my intention is to win it all. No matter how our performance is right now, the intention is to win it all. We are putting in the effort and working as if we want to win it all. If you do anything otherwise, I think you are not giving your opportunity justice to compete here at the World Championship. So I think that it lies in the mindset. You want to win it all, you have to act every day as if you want to win it all, and that's it.
I absolutely agree. Okay, that was the last question. The one thing I wanna hear is, do you maybe have like some words for your fans and Fnatic fans? I mean, you can say it in English, Polish, however you want. But if you have something to say, then
Okay.
you are.
Witam wszystkie koledzy. Ja dziękuję za support. Nie wiem, jak się mówi support po polsku, ale...
Wsparcie.
To za trudno mi mówić teraz. Dziękuję za support. Jebam Disa i tak latamy.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.